Hey guys, just wanted to put a quick disclaimer up here. We mark all of our episodes explicit because we are very vulgar people, but I just wanted to warn you all. This one gets extra explicit, so just a fair warning. And yep, that's all. Enjoy the pod. Welcome everybody back to another episode of Cram Jam. This is episode 5. I am Jack, also known as Peebus.
I'm Chris, also known as Erica.
I am Marcus, known as not good.
I am Anthony Lamp.
Another flawless introduction, Marcus. Excellent work.
Babu doo babu.
Gaga.
That's not funny.
Lord.
Fuck off.
I say goo goo gaga at any point for any reason, and you will laugh.
Yeah. Also, Johnny Test. Hey, Peter, have you watched the show Johnny Test?
Oh my god.
That is Marcus's favorite joke.
I think that will haunt me forever.
Those will be my last words. Hey Peter, you ever seen Johnny Test?
Johnny Test. And then you get hit by a bus.
Not on my deathbed.
Marcus,
Yeah.
Marcus, can you say that during your vows?
Yes.
Bold of you to assume Marcus will ever find a wife or husband.
Yeah. I'll find
It's
a
during-
husband.
Yeah, he says it during the part where the priest is like, oh, anyone objects? And he goes, hey, Peter.
No, Peter Griffin himself rises out of the crowd and he says, have you ever seen Johnny Test? And then everyone will clap and Johnny Test will be the flower boy.
Yeah, Johnny Test is the spouse.
No, he's a minor.
Oh, no.
He's also
Uh-oh.
a cartoon.
Yeah,
He
that
likes
was the
kids.
last episode. This episode, we're talking about movies, weird and bad movies.
Yeah. Initially, I thought it was going to be weird movies, but
I thought it was going to be bad movies, so we're combining the two.
yeah, everybody else thought a different thing. So this will be a fun episode.
Yeah, a fun little romp. Well, Jack, would you like to start us off with your movie you've picked to tell us about today?
You know what? I will. So this is my movie is a very strange movie, and you'll come to see why soon. But it's also really, really good, and I know at least one of us I think knows about it but hasn't seen it. I don't know if you've seen it, Marcus. It's Sorry to Bother You.
Oh, yes, I've absolutely seen that shit. That's just amazing.
This movie is really good. Chris and Anthony, have either of you seen
never
or
heard
know
of it.
about this movie?
Never heard of it
No.
in my life.
Okay, so let me give you a brief
It's
plot
a dark
description.
comedy, right?
Yes, it's
I think I've heard of it.
it stars Lakeith Stanfield, incredible actor.
Yes, I love him.
And it's about him sort of like, like down on his luck, like poor guy. He's got a girlfriend and whatever, and his uncle's Terry Crews, and he's kicking him out of his house.
Hey, my man Terry.
In the movie, his uncle is
Yeah,
Terry Crews.
his uncle
not
is
played
real
by-
life man Terry Crews,
played by Kevin Hart.
played by Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
And so he tries to get a job. This is all from the top of my head, but I don't remember the first half of this movie because it's not as memorable as the second half. So let me explain. So he gets this job working at a call center, and one of his coworkers tells him, "Oh, he's black, by the way. If you don't know who Lakeith Stanfield is, that is actually important. He's black."
If you don't know who he is, you're a cracker, and you should watch more black movies.
Oh wow. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's true. All right. Anyway, so I have lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. Doesn't matter.
But he's black, you said?
Yeah, he is. That's right. And so
Jack is saying terribly racist things. Continue.
no.
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 Oh, okay. Anyway, so one of his coworkers, another black man, says because Lakeith Stanfield isn't getting any. Oh, his name is Cassius Green, by the way. Cassius Green.
Oh,
Do you get it?
I never realized that.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
good.
Yeah, it's
I
really
get it.
really clever. But anyway, so so Cassius, he isn't getting many responses to his calls, and so his coworker says you have to use your white voice, and he's like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And so the guy takes a call, and his white voice is the voice of David Cross, who plays the villain in Alvin and the Chipmunks.
And also the villain in Arrested Development.
Exactly. And by the way, David Cross is all of their white voices. I'm pretty sure.
No. One of them is Patton Oswalt, actually.
Oh, really?
Which is the voice of Remy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they didn't know that. Anyway, one of them is David Cross, one of them is Patton Oswalt. But anyway, and so then he starts getting calls, and he starts getting big fucking money, and he's blowing it left and right. He gets this super nice apartment.
Blowing dudes.
Yeah, he's blowing guys all over the place.
Left and
Making
right.
so much money.
So much money. Isn't that what you would do with millions of dollars?
Yeah, as one does.
Anyway, so he gets like a super nice apartment, and he totally sells out because of his job. And Armie Hammer, who plays the real-life cannibal and also villain of this movie.
I can't believe that's his actual name.
Armie Hammer? You can believe that he's an actual cannibal?
No,
That's
that's
easy
not.
talk.
That's not real. We don't know if that's correct yet.
With a name
gonna-
like Armie Hammer, I think he is definitely a cannibal.
Nobody is going to hear this, so it doesn't matter. I don't think Armie Hammer's lawyers are going to be tuning in.
Armie Hammer is upset that we're defaming him on the Cram Jam podcast.
His favorite podcast.
His favorite one. He
no.
watches it every Sunday as he devours the corpse.
Stop! No.
I love this. Anyway, so I'm gonna say something. Me and Fallon watched this movie, and at about this point, he's super rich. We stopped it because it was getting late, and we were like, we'll finish it tomorrow or another day. And let me tell you, that was probably the worst decision we've ever made. Because the rest of this movie is a completely different movie. Spoiler alert for this and all of them. And this is a major spoiler, so if you want to see this movie, skip forward a bit, but...
How do I skip forward a bit?
It's a great... Listen, you have no choice.
I know.
You're all trapped here. Don't actually fucking... God damn it. Okay. Anyways, so we come back to the movie a bit later, and he goes to Armie Hammer, the guy who owns the company's office. And it's like this nightmare orgy place where there's just people fucking all over the place. It's absolutely crazy.
What makes it a nightmare?
It's just everybody looks so sad, and like the music is really dark. And it's like a dimly lit like mansion.
Also, what makes it a nightmare, at least at a black person's perspective, there's a scene inside there where Cassius is handed a mic with all these white people around him, and they're like, rap a song. You're black, rap a song. And then he says, and he gets up and he's not sure what to rap, and he makes a rhyme, a really bad one, and then that doesn't get any applause. And then he stares at the crowd, the white crowd, for a second, and then he just says, nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit. And then there's roars, like a bunch of applause, and then they repeat it, and it's so
No.
it's so hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
It's like the epitome of that like just utter like cringe comedy where it's like I wish I could look away and rip my ears off. But anyway, when he's in Armie Hammer's office, something happens and he ends up he has to like take a piss or something. And so he leaves. And he like hears a bunch of shit going on around the bathroom. So he starts looking around these like dark, like horror movie lit hallways, and he finds, oh god, I don't even know how to begin to describe this. He finds, here's what I'm gonna say. Out of like a bathroom stall, tumbles like a half man, half horse, completely nude.
A centaur?
No, it's like a backwards centaur.
Like BoJack Horseman?
Yes, but
Yes.
if BoJack Horseman were covered in embiotic fluid.
That's
And also real.
It is
Ooh.
so disturbing, and it's like screaming, "Kill me!"
Oh. You know,
And
I
he's-
think I would be too.
And he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And then he goes back to Army Hammer's office, and he's like, Dude, what the fuck is that? What's going on here?" And he's like, "Oh, you can't say anything about that. You can't say anything about that." And I don't remember exactly what's going on, but he's like making genetically modified people, and Marcus, do you remember why he's doing it?
I can't remember. It's been a while. I've been meaning to rewatch it, but basically, from what I understand, they turn people into horses. This is not the full reason, but I remember that half the reason is just so they could have big horse cocks.
Oh yeah,
But-
no.
yeah.
It's to make them literal workhorses.
Oh,
That's
yes.
why, because this movie is so literal.
And also,
Did you say horsecock?
and also horsecock. Yeah, and
Yeah.
the thing is,
No
in this
cock like
movie, you can see it. They animated the horsecock. It's there.
Oh yeah, it's like this horrible. It's like a horrible prosthetic nightmare. But anyway, so
There's
he's
a reason for you at home to watch it.
like, yeah. If you don't want to watch it for the social and political
anything
commentary,
else.
watch it for the horse cock.
Of course, of course.
My favorite song.
Oh yeah. We support local artists here. Listen to No Cock Like Horse Cock or whatever the fuck that song is called. Anyway,
By
let's
Pepper Coyote.
let's press on.
Coyote.
So he Cassius quits the company, and then he like starts this activism thing where he's like starts trying to tell people like they're making literal like workhorses, horse people, and everybody, when they find out that it's true, they're like, "Fuck yeah!" Awesome, dude. And then at the end it turns into like everybody's transformed into these half human, half horse people, including Cassius, the main character, and they go and break into the guy's house and fucking murder him. And that's basically the end.
It's amazing.
Wow.
It's such a
But it's also a good movie.
yeah. The commentary is good. The some of the transitions, I wish they had better transitions, because it reminded me of like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, only in that instance where like this is like cool. Like I wish Scott Pilgrim was this in a way, if that makes sense. And
Yes,
I wish
it does.
that Scott Pilgrim was also this movie in the sense where I wish there was more of those like
Horse cock.
transitions. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but like Jack, you remember those scenes where he would call somebody, but then he would like go to
Oh
that
yeah,
place.
he'd
He would
like
drop.
Yeah, his desk would drop into like people fucking when they're like on the call. There's a lot of people fucking in this movie.
Yeah. But that's so cool. I wish there was more
So
stuff
yeah,
like that.
it's beautifully shot. It looks incredible, and it's like
Wow.
it came out and like nobody cared about it.
It was fucked.
Yeah, nobody saw it. There were no reviews. I saw a shit ton of previews for it, and then heard nothing. But it's on Hulu, I believe, and it's
Yes.
really, really good.
What is it called again? Repeat for
Sorry
those
to
of us.
bother you.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah.
Is that on?
That really implies the comes of it.
Yep.
Well, my movie is not a good movie. It is weird, but it is not a good movie. I actually am going to be talking about basically the same thing I talked about last week. We're talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, but
Yeah.
this time we're talking about the movie.
The exact
See-
Same. It's the same in every way.
No, oh,
Yep.
I'm about to shoot someone. The Last Airbender, the movie, I watched when I was a kid, and I actually watched it before I saw the show.
Oh.
And because of that, at the time, I actually
No.
enjoyed the
Don't say
movie
it.
for a
No.
specific reason.
No.
All
Because
right,
my
we're
dad,
bringing
my
it back.
uncle, and
We're
I-
bringing
wait,
it back.
one
We
second,
want
one
requests
second.
for a replacement for Chris. We're
1 second, let me explain why I enjoyed the movie.
feel free.
Because even though it was 3 hours of unbearable, boring dog shit,
That movie's
it
3 hours.
It ended up being literally over a week, because I saw it with my uncle, my brother, and my dad. We were in Colorado, and we spent the next week doing nothing but making fun of the movie, because none of us had seen the source material. So because the movie was so bad, we thought everything was the goofiest shit. We literally spent the next 4 hours directly after seeing the movie just making fun of the movie. And honestly, I don't know if I've had as much enjoyment from most movies since then, just
Okay.
because of how much I enjoyed making fun of this movie.
So you would say that Avatar: The Last Airbender, the movie, ruined your enjoyment of any future film? That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah, maybe that's why I don't like watching movies anymore.
Yeah.
But no, well, but here's the thing. I know that movie is a very bad movie, and for many reasons. I mean, it's a disgrace to the source material. Now that I've seen the source material, I have not rewatched the movie, but I am confident in saying that I would hate it. But I decided I would pull up some reviews and just pick some snippets that I enjoyed from other people. So one I got here, Shyamalan is your trickster guide on a journey into nothingness, from which only your soul dead shadow will ever return. We got another one. The Airbender's editing is clunky. Its pace glacial. It feels like watching someone's homemade Tai Chi highlight reel. If Tai Chi could somehow be racist.
I love the use of the adjective glacial.
I know, right?
That's a
and
good
also, this one brings up a great point. The casting of this movie, all of the good guys were white, and all of the bad guys were Indian. They literally cast all of the good guys as white guys, which everyone in the movies is Asian, or everyone in the source material is Asian.
They're all different parts of Asia.
Exactly, and they entirely whitewashed the good guys and made all the bad guys. None of the bad guys are white.
And that's why Christian liked it.
No, that is not why I like it. I said I liked this movie. I'm just bringing up that movie. What is Shyamalan thinking? Like that is just its own thing.
Here's the thing. I have a theory that he casted all of the like Fire Nation as Indian so that he wouldn't stand out as one of the guys in the Fire Nation because he loves to insert himself into all of his fucking movies.
That is fair. That is.
He ruined an entire. He whitewashed the cast so he could do his little stupid cameo thing. That's kind of how. That's like fucking. Who made those movies? I don't know. Can you ignore this?
What are you talking about?
Anyway, another review I got here is: would it be more accurate to call this the last Shyamalan movie instead of the Last Airbender?
Unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, no. Although I've heard some of his newer stuff is good, I have not seen any of it.
The Visit
I don't
was
want to
pretty
watch
good,
any more Shyamalan.
and I haven't seen.
I haven't heard the opposite of that. I have heard that The Visit was awful.
Do you know the twist?
I don't know the twist personally, but I've heard that it was terrible.
It's not that bad.
I love The Visit. I thought it was so funny.
It's really funny.
Okay.
It's so funny.
But is it made to be funny?
Yeah,
I think so.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I heard that the part with the kid having to rap was just very forced and really cringy.
Well,
and that
here's
was
the thing.
too much.
That's on purpose because the kid's like 14. So
Of course.
it's supposed to be ridiculous.
Nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit.
That's what he says.
That is what the little white 14-year-old says in The Visit.
That's what
would.
M. Night Shyamalan wrote for his film.
Would do that.
No,
I
that's
just
what
wanna-
Aang raps in Last Airbender.
Oh, I want to interject and to say that I feel like the Last Airbender movie is like a film that our generation all agrees is garbage, and we've all seen.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. I think it was very, very hyped in the beginning. I remember everyone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see the last Avatar." Like, it was so dog shit.
Well, the trailer was so good.
Yeah, the
trailer was fantastic, and nothing from the trailer was in the fucking movie.
What's even funnier is it came out right after Avatar.
Yeah,
it confused a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This person says that the film is an unmitigated disaster, a putrid patchwork of the original series stitched together by wretched performances, bad creative decisions, and a story that's all exposition, no depth.
I'm fairly certain I've seen that review before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've said that review before. Mere words can barely describe the sheer inanity on display, or inanity on display, however you say that.
That word was a little bit of a stretch.
That is true. But yeah, it's such a bastardization of the original work. It's disgusting. How, like, I mean, that's what you should come to expect from when they try and cram something like Avatar: The Last Airbender into 3 movies, cram the entire storyline into 3 movies, it's going to be shallow, and it's going to be, it's not going to have the depth that the show has, because the characters like cut in half, or cut in less than half, because they have 3 hours, which is a total of 6 episodes almost.
The characters are cut in half. They have no legs.
Yeah. Every character in it actually is in a wheelchair. Anyways,
is that funny? Can we laugh at that?
I don't think we can.
I don't think so.
I didn't laugh at it.
I didn't either.
Way, I just want to say that results from our poll for last episode, Avatar: The Last Airbender won with a whopping 16 votes, and Adventure Time had only 7 in second place. And then BoJack Horseman 3 and Tom and Jerry 2, and that's only because both Marcus and Anthony voted for each of those. So realistically, Tom and Jerry got 1 vote.
I did not vote on the poll. My numbers are not fabricated.
Wow, you're so cool.
You all agree with Chris, I guess, that Avatar: The Last Airbender was the greatest cartoon. And you know what? Going into that episode, I kind of expected everyone to pick it, so I'm surprised that Adventure Time won.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Adventure Time won because of this group here.
Yeah, I agree.
It's which a really good show, I expected, honestly. It is a good show, which is why I was like, I can't pick BoJack Horseman over it, because it is a great show. But I do believe that Avatar is better, so I think y'all at home, you guys are smart. You guys made the right decision.
Anthony, what film have you brought to us?
The film I chose was Gretel and Hansel.
Oh my god.
Not to be confused with the dozens of Hansel and Gretel movies, or the Witch Hunters movie, or any of those.
Oh, is this not the one with Jeremy Renner with a crossbow?
No.
Oh, Jeremy Renner with a crossbow is such a good movie.
I actually really enjoyed that movie.
I hated that film.
I really enjoyed that movie. Maybe it's because I was younger. I don't know. I'll rewatch it soon, I guess.
My parents liked the Witch Hunter one.
But this movie came out around last year in early January, so it was very, very early 2020. And when I saw the trailer for this, I was so excited. I was like, fuck yeah, this looks sick. I can't wait to watch this. And do keep in mind that I am an avid lover for psychological horror and things like that. Like, I love the movie Platform, for instance. Like, I love that shit. The things that just, like, purposefully will show you, like, bad visual effects or auditorial effects just so that it gets into your head and, like, it really fucks with you. And then it's only just so it gets on your nerves. You know what I mean? Makes you uncomfortable. I think that's phenomenal. This movie takes those ideas and throws them down the trash. The movie starts out, and it looks beautiful in the beginning. It starts out with this narration of how the witch comes to be, the witch in the folk lore, Hansel and Gretel.
Yes.
And it shows how when she was young, she was very ill, and another witch had to save her, and she hints that she had given her another power. And it shows the little girl. She's like, I want to say 7 at the time. The witch, the little girl. She's going around and she's like, she can like read minds all of a sudden, and so she does like little parlor tricks, but she can't find any joy from it. She's honestly just like immune to emotion at this point, and she finally entertains herself by killing a horse with her mind.
Oh.
And the narrator goes on to describe how nothing would escape the little girl's wrath, not even her father. And it shows her father at an anvil and forge, and he's just there, and she's behind him, and it shows him take a hot piece of metal and slide it through his skull, and she just walks away. And I thought, holy shit, this is going to be a good movie. This is going to be a phenomenal movie.
So this isn't like modernized. This is told in the time that it should be?
Yes.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yes. And then as soon as that little narration is over, it shows that she left the forest and she wanted to have fun with kids, i.e. like she has like parties with kids or whatever. Hence why she's a witch in a house full of candy. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Then it cuts. The visual display turns its aspect ratio. It's no longer like a rectangle. It's now a box.
The fuck?
And I thought okay, I see this. Okay, all right, I'll pay attention because I love that effect. I think that's a great effect. It's supposed to like jar instead of like a Dutch tilt. It's more of like a permanent jarring effect. My issue with this, however, is that it lasts the entire movie. It's not supposed to jar you at any moment. It just, as soon as that narration is over, it's just there constantly.
It's a old and like box TV aspect ratio.
Oh gosh.
What the? Why?
Why?
Not only this, but the camera quality is very poor. Now there are basically no establishing shots. The shots are quite poor. The soundtrack only exists in a few scenes. The beginning shows Hansel and Gretel. Hansel is obviously very, very young because Gretel's the eldest, and Gretel wants to like make money for her family, and so she tries to be a maid, and she ends up finding a guy who's really creepy and rejects the job, and her mother basically tells her to fuck off and has like a mental episode in the house and tries to hurt Gretel and Hansel, and they run, and they have no father, just for context sakes. And so they run. They go out into the forest, and they just keep on traveling. They find this little like it looks like a tower of some sort. They go into the tower. They're looking for like anything to like eat or anything to like hold, and they see a corpse. And he has something in his hand, and they go over to touch the corpse, and this corpse comes to life and starts attacking them. This is a zombie. This is a literal zombie in this movie.
Is this unrelated to the witch?
Absolutely. In fact, there is no other instance of a zombie in this movie. There's just a zombie, and a random man takes a crossbow and shoots the zombie. And then he's like, he tells Gretel something.
He says, "Hey, I'm Jeremy Renner."
Jeremy Renner is the Hansel and Gretel witch hunters.
No, he tells them that like they're not greedy or whatever, and like the best rewards are ones that are like acts of selflessness, you know. And she's like, cool. And they leave, and they go into the forest, and they're starving still, and they find these mushrooms. And
shit, here we go.
They're like, oh shit, let's eat some mushrooms.
Hell
and
yeah.
do keep in mind that the person who plays Gretel is 16 years old in this show, and Hansel's like 8. And I don't
like that you had to say that before whatever is coming.
And Gretel is the girl who played Bev in It too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like she's a pretty good actress. So I feel so bad for her because of this movie. Because the next scene, and I don't blame the 8-year-old because he's 8 years old. It depends on like the direction and everything, right? So the next scene, they eat mushrooms and they trip. Every single movie you've ever seen a trip scene in, it shows the perspective of the people tripping, right?
Yeah.
This does not do that. It doesn't give you any funky visuals. It doesn't give you any like cool sounds. Nothing like that.
It doesn't give the funk.
I would love if in this like 1800s styled film, it just started playing some like sick like Pink Floyd riffs, zooming in with the psychedelic and shit.
But it's
a
totally,
kaleidoscope.
It's just I think there was like a little bit of a kaleidoscope effect, but nothing like crazy. It was just showing the two actors sitting in the forest, and it was just switching characters between the two of them. Sometimes it would pan, sometimes it would just be a dead shot of just them laughing. It'd be like from a lower angle towards them for God knows why.
How long was this scene?
The scene is about 3 minutes long.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And like I said,
there's no Linkin Park song.
there's no music during this, and the entire time it's just showing them like look at nothing and laughing, or look at nothing and look terrified. And I guess that could have a specific effect for it, but I personally didn't like it. I thought it was dumb. And
that's very much what tripping is like. Just either looking at something and laughing hysterically, or looking at something absolutely horrified.
Looking at nothing.
And when this happens, Gretel actually sees what could have been the witch, and the witch starts to lure them towards the witch's domain. And they eventually find the witch's domain, and it's not like a place made of candy. They didn't leave the breadcrumbs behind. It's nothing like the original tale. In fact, in the title, It's called Gretel and Hansel, a Grimm fairy tale. They spelled Grimm and fairy wrong. So it's I don't know why.
They spelled fairy like the boat.
But anyways, they get to the place, and they're like looking inside, and Hansel sees a beautiful, beautiful table full of every single food you could imagine. And he's like, yo, we got to get in there. So he like opens the window and he crawls inside, and then the window shuts behind him.
They're still tripping, so it's like filled with like Taco Bell.
Yeah.
So Gretel starts freaking out. She takes a rock and she tries breaking in to through this window about 3-4 times, and then she like tries to open up the door. It doesn't work, and then she gives up. And it cuts to her showing sitting on the grass right outside the house while her brother is locked inside of a weird house. And
she's like, well, that didn't work. And just gave up.
Right?
Well,
Exactly.
well.
She threw the rock 4 times, tried a door, and then just sat outside waiting for her brother to die, potentially her. So you can tell some time passes because the witch opens up the door with Hansel right next to her and says, oh, so you must be the sister I've heard so much about. Like, how long were they in there? Why didn't they let her in earlier? It was so weird.
They open the door and she's dead on the ground. It's been 5 weeks.
She's a
The
skeleton.
witch isn't actually a bad person.
She just forgot.
So they come in, they gouge themselves, they eat their heart's content.
They gorge themselves.
They gouge themselves.
Yeah, they gouge out their eyes. My apologies.
Yeah, they walk in and just stab themselves in the chest.
They took the turkey legs and just stabbed them in the craniums. Anyways, they gorge themselves. My apologies. Gretel is feeling very suspicious of this event. That she's like, this is weird. Why is she doing this? Like, I get what that man said to me, like, the best acts are selfless acts, but I feel like I should work for her. So she's like, maybe I can get a job for her. And she's like, no. You don't need a job. You guys can leave whenever you want. And then she says that, and then she changes her sentencing right after that. I can't exactly quote her for sure, but she's like, basically, don't leave. I have you here. You guys are now mine. And it's like, okay, that's kind of freaky. So they go into their rooms, and Gretel enters this room, and there's a mirror, and she looks into the mirror, and when she turns around, she is no longer in the room. She's now in like some sort of spectral plane, and she sees spirits of like a whole bunch of dead children.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
And the children are like chanting something, but you can't necessarily tell.
We're on shrooms. We're on shrooms.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
They basically
Not
say,
your fault.
don't trust her.
Not your fault.
They're telling her not to trust her and like to get out of there as soon as possible because this woman is dangerous. A couple of other things happen towards the end, but I want you to know that before they get into the witch's hut, an hour had passed in the movie.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
The movie is 80 minutes long, 87 minutes long.
What the
So they have
What?
They have almost 30 minutes inside the witch's domain. Like, it was so stupid. I was like, the first time I watched this, I watched it twice just to get a refresh on it. I watched it the first time and I was so pissed off at this movie because I'm like, this is boring as hell. At least show me the witch. At least tell me the witch is cool. The witch was not cool.
Oh, no.
The biggest disappointment. The witch was not epic.
The coolest thing was the psychological jarring was like with Gretel, with her going through this house and like her discovering that her little brother is slowly being possessed by this witch and like basically kicking Gretel out.
Sounded like your favorite part was when the aspect ratio changed.
Honestly,
I remember seeing a single poster for this movie and that was it. Nothing else.
Movie was dog shit. It had no like the ending. I'm not going to go into detail with it, but it was not like wow, cool. It was expected. It was nothing like too like jarring, too awesome. And like again, this was a psychological horror, or at least I assume it was supposed to be. I'm giving it that benefit of the doubt, and it was dog shit for representing that because psychological horrors never have a happy ending. They never do, and they're kind of like tragedies, and I love that shit. And this one was so fucking bizarre, man. Do yourself a favor and never watch this movie.
Damn.
Just don't.
God
All right.
damn. Okay.
You guys ready for this stupid ass movie?
yeah.
This movie is more just fucking stupid than weird. It's just fucking dumb as hell. I strongly recommend that we get intoxicated in some form and watch this all together.
A movie commentary.
But okay, honestly, but I don't know if anybody has know what this movie is, but I'm gonna be talking about the 2008 film Space Chimps.
Yes. Yes. I remember seeing trailers and I never saw it.
I want, before you say anything, I want you to tell me why you have seen the 2008 or whatever film Space Chimps.
It is so me and my cousins that I would visit when I was little. I loved going over to their house. It was always a blast. It was always fun. I always stayed up way past my bedtime. But in this instance, we had I think we had like a DVD, like a straight to Walmart bucket bargain bin copy of Space Chimps, and we were like, "Ooh, funny monkey movie. Let's watch this."
Good to hear that nothing's changed.
Yeah. And I remember losing our fucking shit when we watched this because it was so fucking stupid. It's such a dumb film. So I should let you guys know that this cast is really good. Fucking hold on. There's Patrick Warburton as like the main big bad villain. Cheryl Hines,
Joe
who, if you don't know,
Joe from Family Guy.
Joe Swanson is in this movie.
Yes.
Cheryl Hines, who is, if you don't know, is a pretty main character in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Carlos, I'm not sure how to say his last name. Alaquai? I'm not sure. But he plays like Rocco and all those iconic, and Laszlo, Camp Laszlo, all those like iconic cartoon voices. Tom Kenny is in this. Andy Samberg is in this. Kenan Thompson. Yes, all these fucking
Tom Kenny?
Tom Kenny.
In
yes.
real? Is he like live action?
No, this is animation.
Oh, this is an animated movie.
Yeah.
This is
Oh
an
my
animated.
god, I was picturing like an Air Bud type shit.
No.
Shane Lynch is in this movie.
David Lynch.
Shane Lynch.
Yeah, David
Yes.
Lynch, famous.
I don't know.
Famous director
Yes.
of Eraserhead.
Kenan Thompson. This has a great cast.
and John DiMaggio, who, if you don't know, is the voice of Jake the dog. This is a great cast.
Holy shit!
But
I have seen this. I have not the movie. I've seen this poster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like I wanted to see this movie as a kid. This was one of those movies because for those of you at home, I love monkeys and I love space. So space plus monkey is
equals
like
happy.
I see it like a photo of like the space monkey troop standing all behind a little nude baby with a giant round head.
The space monkey troop. Oh my gosh, that's I'm gonna name a band that at some point.
It is so fucking ridiculous. The budget was $37 million, and they actually made double that in the box office, $64 million. So they made a profit, which I don't understand. But
well, genuinely, the rule with movies is you double the original given budget for marketing, which I doubt they did, but they probably didn't make too much.
Really quickly, Marcus. So I was looking through the cast, and do you guys know who Theo James is? The guy who started Divergent.
Oh.
Yeah. If you scroll to the end of Space Chimps cast, it shows his picture there, and his name is Matthew Maru. It's probably Matthew Maru.
Uh-huh.
And it's definitely not him. If you look at images of that person, it is not that individual at all.
What the fuck?
Anyways.
What is this Space Chimps conspiracy?
The lore goes deeper.
I would love for you to tell us a brief plot synopsis.
Okay, so from what I remember, and also reading the
spoilers
Wikipedia,
for Space Chimps.
Yeah. If you better, if you don't want to, yeah. So
I doubt there's many of you at home that haven't seen the critically acclaimed film Space Chimps. But if you haven't,
it's right up there with Last Airbender. We've all seen it.
Oh yeah.
So basically, there's these monkeys that are like in the space program, and one of them, whose name is Ham, played by Andy Samberg.
Great.
He's a circus monkey, and all he wants to do is be a circus monkey. And then they find intelligent life in space. So instead of like sending, a human or something, they send 3 fucking chimps to go into this space fucking craft, and they launch into space, and instead of going to the planet they thought they were going to, they go to a
the
wormhole.
Sun. They fly into the sun.
The sun and fucking
They
die.
just send a bunch of chimps into the sun.
Yes. But they go to this crazy planet, and then like the big bad guy called Zartog, and and the planet is called Malgor. It's like Rick and Morty type of naming of alien species.
Yeah.
And he's like a bad guy, and he's like, I want to be a dictator. And then he finds the chimps like spacecraft because they lost it because they wanted to explore, and he uses that spacecraft to like enslave like this alien species. One with the
that's exactly what I was expecting in my Space Chimps film.
Yes,
a
of
fucking
course.
space Hitler.
Yes, and
what else would you expect?
Well, because the way that he enslaves them is like I don't understand how, but he like dips them in this like silver goop that turns them into like a Han Solo type of Frozen. So I guess that's
very common. I mean, that's what the Europeans did in Africa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what Hitler did to
exactly.
all those unfortunate people. Anyways,
yes.
But then they find this one. I don't know. I don't remember. But this alien is like special somehow. It's the naked baby with the big fat fucking giant 7-head forehead. And I remember as a kid, I remember loving how big that nigga's head was, because the character would run around and like make noises, and it's I swear to God, it's the funniest shit ever.
I just looked at the image of that. It is phenomenal.
It's so they don't
highly recommend.
No, yeah, look up
Space Chimps big head baby.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is the name of the alien. It's Kilowalla Wizzo Whozo, and Kilowatt for short.
Wow.
I know.
Kilowalla.
Kilowalla Wizzo Whozo.
Great.
Fucking ridiculous. But
his name is Baby Poopy Butthole.
Stinky fuck baby. But I don't remember how it ends. I just remember like the heroes being like, "You can't do that," and then the space Hitler being like, "Okay, I guess I can't do that." And then they go back to Earth. And then I also remember a lot of like just a lot of pop culture references as those movies kind of go.
Oh yeah.
But it's weird in the sense of like it feels like a fever dream. I feel like a lot of like bargain bin movies that go straight to the bargain bin are like that, where you're like, did this movie exist? I assure you, if you've watched this movie before, it does, and you should rewatch it, but not sober or sober. You'll probably have a great time either way, but it's just it's not even like that bad. It's just weird and boring. It's just fucking ridiculous.
I could tell you, not only does Space Chimps exist, but there also exists a Space Chimps 2, apparently.
Thank God.
Yes, the sequel exists.
Man.
However, I gotta say, when I typed in Space Chimps Kilowatt, the first things that popped up afterwards were Space Chimps Kilowatt Death, Space Chimps Kilowatt Scream, and Space Chimps Kilowatt Gets Eaten. So, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I
great.
think this is gonna be a good movie.
Oh yeah, there's a moment where this Kilowatt is like someone's like, "Kilowatt, speak," and then she's like,
You made yourself laugh way too hard.
There's no Andy Samberg in the second one. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh no! Did the rest of the cast return at least? I'm willing to bet $100 that Tom Kenny voices the baby.
Wait, Tom Kenny voices Ham 3?
Tom Kenny's the lead. What? No, wait.
No,
Ham 3? No, wait.
He voices. I think he voices, because I think Ham's dad is in this movie, and Ham 3 is the son.
What?
Wait,
is it the
IMDb
third
says
or
Tom
the
Kenny
number
voices
3?
the newsreel.
No, so it's Ham 3, like, like someone's name is like, I'm Sir Thing the Third, and he's the third because he's like the grandson of Yeah. So
But
sorry, his
but
grandpa.
he's not a person, so they don't bother calling him the third.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a monkey about space monkeys going to monkey alien land. Like, why are you fixated on
It
this
sure
one
is.
detail?
It sure is a monkey about monkeys.
Let me just say that on the IMDb for Space Chimps has on the links for the side, one of the lists that it's on is a list of the worst animated films of all time. And also bad movies from my childhood. So good to know it's up there with Shark Tale, apparently.
Yeah.
And,
I loved
let's see.
Shark Tale when I was a kid. First of all, I fucking loved that movie.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
a movie.
I like
I thought it was
Shark
a
Tale's a better
TV show.
movie.
No, Shark Tale was a movie.
It was a terrible film where Will Smith was a fish, and so was Martin Scorsese for some reason. Anyway,
Wait,
Okay,
there was
wait,
a
wait, no.
Playmobil movie?
yeah, that was recent.
What the fuck?
What movie?
Playmobil hasn't been relevant since like the 90s.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like the Lego movie where they combine live action and also like the first
Have
I
you
think 10
seen
minutes. I've seen a review of it, and the first 10 minutes is like a happy like sister and brother being like, "Oh my gosh, we're such happy siblings," and then the parents either die or get into a divorce, and then they're like really sad, and then they teleport to like Playmobil land.
What the
So,
fuck?
like,
Then they get sent to Planet Zorg with all the monkeys.
with all the monkeys. No, wait,
Alright.
that's
Okay.
Space Chimps too.
Jack, do you have anything for us in this closing segment?
Yeah, we got a
For
surprise segment. Yeah.
You're damn right I do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Oh,
miss it
hell
for the
yeah.
world, and by that I mean I wrote these down at work today. So this is yet another guessing game, as they all are, but this time it's Guess the Rapper, based on the horrible lyrics.
Okay.
Oh no.
Now, we have a wide variety.
Wait, is this like multiple choice, or is it we just have to name the rapper?
No, you just have to guess. There's no
Damn it.
there's no multiple choice.
Oh.
So, let's start. We're starting strong with I'ma go hard like a motherfucking boner.
That's definitely the baby. That has to be
Yeah,
the baby.
the
lyric.
baby.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
This actually surprised me. This is
Kanye West.
This is a Will.I.am lyric. That's kind
I'm
of,
not Jack. I am not surprised that nigga said creamy cocoa puff, and it was talking about sex, and it has made me not ever want to make creamy cocoa puff ever since.
I love. This is the
Makes
third
no
time
milk.
I've heard you tell this joke. Once
Yeah,
on
but
Twitter, once on a live comedy show.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I thought I was like, oh, Will.I.am to me is like a Macklemore where he makes like PG-13 rap, but I guess not.
Jack, was it you that said recently that you just realized that it's Will.I.am and not
No,
William?
no, it was not me that said that. It was Colin
Who was
Jost,
that?
host of the Weekend Update on SNL.
Okay.
God.
Sorry, I get you too confused a lot.
Yeah,
All right,
we
what's
look
the
the
next
same.
one? What's the next one?
This is I've lost a lot and learned a lot, but I'm still undefeated like Shula. I'm far from cheap. I break down companies with all my peeps. That's right.
That's got to be
The baby.
Macklemore.
That's, by the way,
Baby.
parentheses.
The
It's
baby.
that's right is in parentheses, which implies that it's shouted from far away.
Oh,
That's right.
No,
Nicki Minaj.
no. That's who did the Fortnite fucking
Ninja.
thing? No, the
Ninja.
Fortnite
It was
Blevins.
Ninja's
Fortnite
final
concert.
answer.
Drake?
The Blev final answer.
You mean Travis Scott?
Yeah, is it Travis Scott?
No, it's Pitbull.
Actually, I don't know why didn't just start guessing Pitbull for every answer.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't, to be quite
Because
honest.
Pitbull's not
Yeah.
a fucking rapper. I don't classify him as a rapper. I
No, he's
classify him as a
You're
fucking
right.
nuisance.
Yeah, why
I
is he doing all
classify
this
him
list,
as
Jack?
Mr. Worldwide,
I classify him as bald.
also known as. Oh fuck, that was good.
Anyway, what's our next question, Jack?
Our next, fuck. Our next one is I'm looking at your tight rear like a sightseer. Your booty is heavy duty like diarrhea.
Oh wait, I know who this is. Oh wait, no wait, it's the baby.
No. Is it Weird Al?
No way.
Really? Is it Weird Al? I think it might.
This got to be Childish Gambino. I mean, what else? What
No,
else could
Anthony
this
would
be?
know if it was Childish.
That is Marshall Mathers Eminem.
No,
no
that's
way.
That's why I know that lyric.
Yeah. Gotta love him.
All right, this one's kind of long.
Diarrhea.
I'm gonna have some trouble with this.
All right,
Okay.
lay on the beat.
That badonkadonk is like a truck full of bass, an old school Chevy 7-tray donkey donk. Parentheses. Yeah. All I need is some vodka and some chunky coke. Wanna watch shit gon' get Donkey Konged. Parentheses. Ha ha ha.
If we can get somebody to clip that, just so we have Jack saying that right there.
Yeah, I'm glad that the lyric laughed for us, because I don't know if I would have done that.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was funny or not.
I have no clue, dude. I give up on these. I'm so bad at this one.
That's
know
also
what?
Eminem.
Yeah.
No, it's actually also Pitbull.
I was actually about to say Pitbull. Because I was going to be like, all right, you know what? I have no clue, so I'm going to go with the strategy I mentioned of saying Pitbull for everyone.
Oh, fuck. All right, this
You
one.
know what? I'll take that as a spiritual victory.
This one requires a little context. This is in reference to, I think it's like how marginalized like groups like minorities are treated. The lyric is, "Why is it they treat us like dryer lint?"
That's it.
Yeah.
That's a Kendrick Lamar.
I'm going to go see, because I think you'd only give us this one if it wasn't going to be like obvious. I'm going to go with Eminem.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Some white rapper.
Here's the thing, Anthony. I'm embarrassed for you that you said Bone Thugs and Harmony because they've never wrote a bad lyric.
P. Diddy.
I'm gonna say Pete Davidson. No, it's Eminem.
Yeah.
It's Eminem for some reason saying,
knew
"Why do
it.
they treat us like dryer lint?" Who's us,
Who's
Eminem?
us? I
You're
was
white.
You're white, rich, and a
Who's
man.
us?
Get out of here.
Oh man. All right, I've got one last one. By the way, when I was at work, I work in a Barnes and Noble. I read this and I laughed out fucking loud.
Oh, yes.
This line is, "Ain't got time for chit chat. I'm trying to get this money. So get up out my face, you doo-doo head dummy."
Okay,
Lil Wayne.
that's a lyric that I would do. That
Yeah, Marcus' final answer.
would... my friend Kato, final answer.
That is Soulja Boy.
Yes. That's not a rapper.
What?
That's not a rapper.
Hey man, it was on like top worst rap lyrics of all time. By the way, on those lists, a lot of them were repeats of Eminem.
I have one. Can I read this one real quick?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna give one line. If you guys want more, just let me know. Shove a gerbil in your ass through a tube.
That's Eminem. That's Eminem's song "Fack."
Fuck you!
Yeah,
Sorry. Back you.
Are we surprised though that dude said, "You make my pee go, but doing."
In this same song, he said, "Oh, your finger went in my ass. Ow, that hurts. Take it out now. Oh, wait a minute. Put it back in. This don't mean I'm gay. I don't like men. I like boobs. Now see that gerbil? Grab that tube. Shove it in my butt. Let that little rascal nibble on my asshole."
God, shut up! I hate.
I am bleeping everything that he just said.
Yeah. You at home don't get to know.
I'm gonna need to put like an extreme explicit disclaimer at the beginning of this episode.
The man does not. I'm sure that man has never done ass play in his life. That is the lyrics of someone that has never done ass play. It's like being like, put a finger in my butt.
Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that song is written about a celebrity who there was a rumor about. I don't know which. I want to say Richard Gere, but I think that's wrong. There was a rumor about a celebrity who put a gerbil in his ass.
Oh,
So
hello,
he made a song about
Miles. Thank you for interrupting again. Thank you for interrupting the podcast.
Oh, Miles is here. Bring him in. Bring him in.
Bring him in. He gets to come in. Miles.
Wait. They want.
you still using this garbage mic?
Shut the fuck up, Miles. How about you go to jail?
That was Miles, everyone.
You
Round of
Pels?
applause for Miles.
All right, he's gone.
Okay. Well,
He says
Prize guest Miles. We could say featuring Miles in the episode title.
starring Miles.
Starring Miles.
All right.
Link
I
in
mean,
bio.
you know what? Perfect place to end it.
yeah.
Thank you all for listening to another
Thank you,
successful episode of Cram Jam. We did it, everybody. If you would like to share this podcast with anybody who you think would be interested, that would be great.
Or anyone who wouldn't be interested.
yeah,
That would
again,
be great too.
Tell them, like, it's just super fun. They talk about all kinds of, like, pop culture stuff and review a bunch of
Just
shit or
lie to
whatever.
them.
Or lie to them. Say that we're, like, some sort of fucking cooking podcast or something.
Yeah. Just
Christians.
trick your friends into watching us.
Yeah, we're a Christian podcast, and we talk
Christian
about the
Minecraft
holy word of
podcast.
God.
In relation to building in Minecraft.
Yeah, in
Pretty
relation
interesting.
to building in Minecraft and putting gerbils in your butt in a God-honoring way.
In a God-honoring way, as one should.
So, yeah,
See you
follow us at CramJamPod on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We should be posting more TikToks soon. I haven't edited them together because I forget to, but I'll do it soon.
Bye.
So, we'll be getting some videos up soon. Keep an eye out. Please like and subscribe this video, and please, I cannot stress, share it with your friends. We want people to, listen. That's why we do it. We do it to brighten people's days.
Yeah, and comment down below if you guys have any bad movies or weird movies of your own, or tweet us or comment on Instagram, something like that.
Yeah,
let
feel
us
free
know
to-
your bad movies.
Feel free to send us a DM on Instagram if you have like a question you want us to answer or a topic suggestion that you want to hear. We'd love to hear about it. You can also email us actually at cramjampod@gmail.com, and we'll maybe start reading out some listener emails and such.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And feel free to stop watching this podcast entirely if you do enjoy Avatar: The Last Airbender movie.
Yes,
Yeah, we're okay
that
with
is
that.
a fact. That is a fact. And for any of you at home, if you guys have any questions for us that you want us to answer, give us a tweet at CramJamPod, right?
Yeah, CramJamPod everywhere, boy.
And
All right.
let us know, and we may answer a few questions.
See you later.
Okay. Marcus has
that's-
left the call, so see you guys.